All right, let's talk about approvals in the EDO. I'm sure your company has some process where it's important things are done right before maybe you reach out to a customer or a prospect. Maybe you want to make sure that your reps got approval on pricing or on a particular package before they present it to a customer. How do we do that in Salesforce? Well, in Salesforce, you can create these different rules, these approval processes. Okay, and you can do it for different objects, for quotes, for opportunities, for leads, for support tickets, you name it. But essentially, you create the process. And we determine what happens once the record is submitted for approval, who it routes to, okay? Do we need unanimous consent, or just maybe the first person to say yes is good enough, right? And then what do we do when the record is finally approved or rejected? When you submit something for approval, it's very common to lock the record. We want to make sure that no one can make changes to the record while it's being routed through the approval process. So in the EDO, we've gone ahead and created a simple approval process for you to see what that experience is like. Now, in your environment, you could set up approval processes to fire off automatically. When an opportunity hits a certain stage, or when a price or a discount hits a certain amount, automatically submit this record for approval. In this case, I'm going to make you press a button for it, okay? I'm going to make you click the Submit for Approval button. So here we go. I'm on an opportunity. Feel free to pick one of your choice, and we will submit it for approval. Now here you can give your manager a quick blurb as to what we're asking for, why we want this approval. You know, let's say steep discount to get it in this month, okay? Hit Submit. And now based on what we know about this record, based on who the person is that submitted the record, this approval would route to the right person. What I like about approvals in Salesforce, rather than just kind of doing it via email, is you can see where you are in the approval process. Maybe you need 5, 10, 15 approvers. I hope not. But maybe you need a lot of approvers before you're done. You don't just have to sit there and wonder where in the approval process you are. You can go to your record at any time and see where it is, who's already approved, who's denied it, and why. So now that I've submitted this record for approval, what happens? Well, one, an automated email is going to go out to the approver. In this case, you approve your own records, okay? But an email is going to go right out to you. So here I'm going to show you my email real quick. And here's the email. Now notice it's giving me information about the opportunity, things that I think are relevant, and I don't have to log into Salesforce. I don't have to get out my mobile device. I can simply reply to this email. Yes, no, approved, denied. You can see the options that it accepts right here. And that would further kick off the approval process. But in this case, I'm just going to show you how else you could do it. All right? As the manager, you could go straight to that record, straight to that deal, and simply click approve or reject right from here. All right? You could do it from the mobile device. You could log into Salesforce Mobile and approve or reject it from there. Okay? Or right there on your home screen, you'll notice that there's an items to approve component that we put there for you. You can simply click the items that you have pending for approval, see what you need to see about them, click into the record if you're interested, and approve or deny. All right, so let's go ahead and click approve. And I can give my feedback. Sounds good. All right, this record has now been approved, and we could automatically do other things. So in your world, you could automatically now change the status to approved or send an email to the rep. So that's approvals. Create an opportunity, submit it for approval, and then further the process along, either via desktop, mobile, or email. Try it out, kind of fun.